had to give in? Would you break my fall? Cause you got me tripping, laces, going places, seeing faces, doing things I never do at all. Till I had you to break my fall. Be on me just one night, be on me, it's alright. Be on me just for now, be on me anyhow. Be on me just one night, be on me, it's alright. Be on me just for now, be on me anyhow. And I'll be the first to tell you.
We are back in the cabin. This time I got my daughter with me. We left Nicole at home on this one. Me and Sunny are going to do this one. We're going to try to add a little personality to these walls. Not that I don't like them. I mean, it's cool. It's got a cabin feel to it, but we are going to add some planks to it. They have these modern rustic planks. You can see here, it's all reclaimed wood. It's actually really cool. So we are going to at least do the bottom half. We'll see. I kind of want to do this up here too. I don't know. We're gonna have to feel it out as we go. But it's not that hard to do, fairly easy. If you do get these things, you have to be careful. A lot of times people do big jobs and then they put all the bad ones back in a box. So make sure you look at the ones that you're taking. We got these at Lowe's. About 45 bucks a box. Comes with 10 planks. So not a bad deal. I think it covers 18 square feet for each box. I got a whole bunch of them out there. Might have to go get some more. But we're going to do it, and I think it's going to make this look better. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I hate to screw this thing up, but we did the floor already, right? That's all done. That was the hard part. So now we're going to get onto this. We'll see how it turns out. One of the cool things about being up here is all the wildlife. Well, here we are. We've got the first small section done, and now I have to make some decisions. I think I'm gonna take off that bottom baseboard and just run the planks all the way to the floor, because I don't know, I think it would look better. And then, as you see up here, it's kind of, there's some weird stuff. I know why they did this, because those whatever they are, what, 1.5 by 1s, I don't know what they are, but those cover up the seam, so I get why they did that. But I think I'm gonna remove those and cut this flush so that is gone. So then, you know, the pattern will go all the way up there. I wasn't gonna do it all the way up there because it's gonna get a little funky too at the very top, because I don't think it's true. I could be wrong, but we're gonna find out. It's a little bit off here on the bottom. I mean, it's a cabin, I expect that. So I think what we were originally gonna do, just the bottom half, I think I'm gonna do the whole wall. And I don't know what I'm gonna do up here. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but a little bit more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. I think we're gonna have to go get more planks, but I'm not sure. Actually, we're going through. This represents right here about 2 boxes. So if you are doing something, it's about 2 boxes right here. So we'll keep going. Okay, so everything's dried now, and these are our different finishes, but you know, I'm having a change of heart here. So this stain right here is the same stain we have on the back deck. It's a new cedar, and I'll show you here how I think I'm just gonna go with the new cedar, even though it kind of has that right now, but I think I can clean up the wood and like put better wood. I'll show you here. So here's what the 3, if you can see that, those are what the 3 options would look like. I don't like that one. That's the espresso, and that's the espresso stain. It's more like a stain. And then down here is the espresso gel, right? I don't know. I guess if I had to choose those 3, I like that one on the bottom. But now that I've looked at it, I'm going to show you here. And this is like the cedar. You know, maybe I don't hate that as much as I thought I would. I think it looks pretty good. I think I like this better. So we'll trim it with the cedar. It'll have like a contrast to it like this. We'll clean up these boards. I think we got some better boards. That way they're all uniform. They have this nice grain texture to it, so. All right, there you go. That's what we're doing. All right, man, we are moving along here. And one thing about these boards, if you do get into this, is that they are not perfect. And I guess that's part of the characteristics of the boards, is that they aren't perfect. They twist, they warp a little bit. That's okay. You just have to do your best to kind of, you know, move things around. You can see I got a little bit of a small little gap here. Nothing you'd be able to even notice if I didn't point it out to you. One thing too, I'm gonna run these all the way to the edge and then trim it on the end. I think it's gonna look cleaner than, you know, having it butt up against the trim. So we are moving. Brought Justin out from Rubo Electric, because before there was a lot of wires just kind of scattered through here. We're gonna hopefully fix that, and actually we're gonna run the power outlet here, right? Is it a power outlet, or just are we gonna run the wires all the way down?
We're just gonna run deal in here. We're gonna run all the cables through the wall so they're not hanging.
Okay.
And just use the outlet down there.
Okay.
Plug everything in.
Right. Simple, right?
Yep.
All right. There it is. We're gonna run that outside. It was running, actually originally it was running on an extension cord inside the house that went out the wall over here. But now we're going to make it exit to the side, and then outside we're gonna run some conduit. And hopefully when this is done, we won't have the cord inside the house. So it'll be real clean. So we're basically removing all the wires right here, and then the wire that went here all the way down. So that's where we're at. Well, Justin, you did it. You came here and you got us in the right direction. Let's show what you did real quick. So we've got this, right? We got the TV. Of course, that's a lot cleaner. There was no more wires. Before, there was a lot of wires everywhere, right? Yeah. That's gone. We'll hook up a sound bar later, I think. The sound bar that was with it, but we'll do it once we get the trim. We're gonna work on that next. But one thing that you had done, this was your idea, that we're gonna go in here, and that is this. Because this had a cord, this AC unit, right? And it was just kind of dangling there. You said, why don't we get rid of that? And like
actually the cord came from over here.
Yeah.
Ran on the floor and plugged in.
Yeah. So this right here may look crude right now, but we've got that there. And when we put the board on there, it's just going to be a little slot for that cord to go through. You'll never see it. The cord's out of here, and that is clean. So all these wires are gone. All the wires from the AC unit are gone, and on the outside, you put conduit on the outside, so it's all...
we just made a junction box on the outside for the AC unit wiring. But yeah, we ran all the cables for the TV straight down, so all the equipment and stuff will be in the cabinet, and you won't see no wires.
Yeah, super clean, man. I love it. We mounted it up, perfect. Man, long drive for you to come out here too. A couple hours, dude. Dad,
right.
you got...
I would have brought the boat, though.
Bring the boat next time, dude. Someone bring a boat. Anyway,
weekend.
all right, very cool, man. Man, before I cover this up, start paneling, I just wanted to show you this. It's pretty cool, man. It's just a natural design in the wood. It looks like a spider. It's cool. You can see over here real quick that I kind of lied earlier. I thought we were going to stick with the cedar. We actually opted to get rid of that. We put new trimming on here and went with something a little bit more neutral. And I think it's for the better. I think it looks better. So that's good. This is going to be a tricky wall. One, it's not straight. I got to replace that top piece. And there's Nicole, come around over here. Look at this big gap. See that big gap right there? And before they had it hidden kind of with the trim here, but I think that I can fill this a little bit. Like I think I could shim that, float it, I think they call it, and then make this look like it's legit. We're going to find out. So I think this wall is going to look cool. And I think we're going to put a surfboard right here, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Well, Nicole had a good idea. So here is the side. I haven't really shown this yet. That this cabin is hooked on to a side of a trailer, right? Or maybe I did show it already. Anyway, you walk in here, right? And it's the kitchen and all that stuff. But this is kind of an eyesore when you walk in. You know, people look, oh, an RV, right? So what we're going to do is, obviously we're doing this plank up here. When Nicole had the idea to add this board, I think it's a nice piece of wood right there on the bottom. We got a couple L brackets here. And then that's gonna extend this out too. So we can actually add more plank here. Look how clean that looks now. Isn't that cool? And then we can add lighting, recessed lighting down there. In fact, we can drop this down just a little bit more and then add recessed lighting in here later on. But I definitely like it. It's gonna look clean. And then what we're gonna do too is we're gonna add wood in here. So we're gonna plank this deal, not the window though. The windows actually look pretty cool. They're clean looking. So we're gonna wood this up, all this stuff right here. So when you look at it, maybe we get rid of those blinds. Not a real fan. But when you look at it, it's gonna look like it's part of the cabin with a window. So I don't know, maybe, I think it's going to. I don't know how we're gonna get this to stick though. I don't know, I don't think I wanna put nails through here because I have a feeling there's like electrical stuff going through here and you hit one of those and it could be a mess. And then on the bottom here where the wheel well is, I'm gonna buy a box and I'm gonna box that in. That should be basic. And then we'll put wood paneling on top of that. So there'll be a little wood box here and hopefully when it's all done, it'll be all seamless, man. And that was Nicole's idea. Boom, boom. Although she doesn't want me to, she's not too excited about wooding the side as I am, but I think it's gonna look legit. I think it's gonna be tricky making some of these cuts right here, but we'll do it. We'll do it. All right, well, man, it is so hot today. How hot was it today, Nicole?
111.
111? Dude, it's blazing, man.
Somebody got hurt.
Takes a lot of energy out of you, what?
Someone got hurt yesterday.
Dude, I think Daddy got hurt today with all the heat. So we're not done yet, but we're halfway done. We still got this to go. And Sammy. But I'll show you, we got one wall and a half, we'll show them. And so we did change the color. We got rid of the cedar and went with a more of a neutral color to complement the wood. Right, I got the clock up and here it is, look at that. Pretty clean, right? Goes good with the flooring. I mean, we started this project 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And I would say that even right now, we're in a pretty significant...
Not even 2 weeks. Definitely 2 weeks.
Yeah, I would say even right now in this phase, we're in a significant transformation phase. We did clean up all the cords. You saw my buddy Justin show up from Rubo Electric. Look at that, dude. Isn't that clean? And then these wires right here, hopefully tomorrow, we'll have this whole wall done and those wires will be all hidden. But look, no more wires right here. There used to be wires coming from the wall over to here. That's all gone. And it's pretty clean, right? Now this is super intricate right here that I'm working on. I mean, it's not straight. It's, see, it's diagonal, pretty tricky. And these cabins just in general, I mean, this thing was built in the 70s. I think I'll show you a photo if I can. I'll put one up in the video so you can see. It was made in the 70s. And I'm not saying they weren't doing it right in the 70s, but I can tell you that these windows aren't square. And so I'm faking it to make it. And then the planks ain't true. They're not all the same. So when you put it all together, it can be stressful. So,
It's like Jenga.
and what percentage, Nicole, would you say of the boards that I put up do I pull down? Honest number, don't over exaggerate. 10%, 15%,
I get
more?
I would say 35%.
Because I'm such a perfectionist that if it ain't right, like I'll show you one example here. So like, here's an example where it didn't line up and I had to fudge an extra small piece in that. See that plank right there? Now you can't tell. When I back up here, you wouldn't be able to tell anything, right? But that's what you have to do because the building's not square, the planks ain't square, nothing's square except me. So anyway, we're gonna keep moving on, but we got this little corner done. That was the goal.
Wait, tacos.
So here I am, sitting in my cabin with a light. I could read a book if I was into that about something about lake. I could read things about lake. I could read something on the cabin. There's Sammy. She would not let me read a book because she has to get in the way of everything, right? So, but if I wanted to, I could read a book with my lamp at the lake in my cabin. The trickiest cuts on this build is the diagonal at the top because I don't know if you can really see it, but it's like a sliver, especially when you start getting over to here, right? So what you want to do in a situation like this, the easiest way to do that is measure the length, right, of the panel that you're going to need, and then just measure the height on one side, measure the height on the other, and then get yourself a straight edge Just draw a line and cut it with, I'm using a jigsaw. I thought that skill saw was a little bit too hairball, so I backed off that deal. But it's not that hard with the jigsaw, but it is tricky. And you can see like here's a diagonal that's going up there, right? So, yeah. Well, we're gonna wrap it up on this video only because my wife left and took my wallet, and it's 110 here, man, and I have no money, and we are down to our last bottle of water, so we have to go. So we are gonna come back. I think we're gonna do blinds. I think that's coming up in the future. And then we wanted to get to here. Today my mission was to get past the bear. So we got to this area. That way I don't have to remove the stove anymore. And Mr. Bear could stay there. And the TV set, all that's all done. And real quick, so I want to show you this too, man. Remember it's saying that this is gonna come out clean on the wiring on the, I don't know if you can see it, but before there was a wire dangling down. That's all gone. No wires. Yeah, that's really cool. So we'll be getting back into it, I don't know, coming up soon. And then this thing right here, we're gonna get into it. And hopefully when it's all said and done, it all looks like it goes together. So anyway, thanks for watching this episode of The Lake House. Please subscribe, click the bell icon. We're gonna do a lot of cool upgrades and features around this place. And we're gonna get back on the lake and do some more surf videos and all kinds of good stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. This is Billy at BTUFF.